All righty, everybody. Thanks for joining us again for another episode of the War Room. As you can see, we're just going today with just the two of us. Good old Ruff is out playing hooky this week. So
he's enjoying the nice warm weather of Cyprus right now, so I can't blame him.
You never know. I knowing that little bastard, he's probably told his wife, "You hang on a second, we can't go anywhere. I need to see if I can log in." I tried to actually make it last week, as I was telling Tony in the War Room that last Saturday. I know you sent me the link, but I was up in the mountains in the middle of Montana without any reception, so I was not able to get on with you guys, unfortunately. But I hear you had a good episode. So
yeah, Mitch was really good. Of course, Ruff was there. That was hilarious that he didn't realize he was going to be there until the end of the last show. So yeah, it's
right. Absolutely.
It cracks me up. It was pretty good. Yeah.
I thought we were both off because that was what he kept saying. He was going to be off that week, and then that was funny that his wife was like, "What are you talking about? That's not next week.
We don't leave till Monday." Week. Yeah, we don't leave till Monday.
Oh my gosh! Well, let's say hi to everyone and see what's going on with everyone today. David, we might have to ban him. We might have to ban him.
Well, it depends. It depends because it depends on. I don't think he goes for that team. He may go for the other team.
All right,
the green team.
We'll give him a shot. We'll see.
Yes. Yep.
Alistair, you're never late. A wizard always arrives when they're ready.
On time. Yes.
That's right. Tony,
hi.
Okay. There you are. All right. Coey, what's going on? Meandering Mike. Historic Wings.
Hey,
hello
Thomas.
From Sweden. Butter jellies out there in the house.
Great pictures, by the way, from the GMT West. Seeing all the everything. So that's pretty cool.
William Bird. Poltergeist.
Yes. Ooh. He's doing some stuff on his channel. Guys, get over, subscribe to his channel. He's already doing interviews, like crazy stuff. So
we'll see. Phoenix Knight, what is going on? I just got together with Phoenix Knight the other night.
Thursday, I saw that. I didn't get to watch it, but I saw that. It's I've had a week off from school. It's like in between classes, and so I've been spending time with the family. Yes. As you can see, we're repping
big
our
win today.
schools.
Big win, that's for sure.
Yep. Oh, he says neither team. Neither. Okay, he's allowed to stay then. He's allowed to stay.
We won't ban you then, David. Good to see you. Tim, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you.
Yeah. I love because the mic is black, so the green screen has got it, so it looks like there's a bite out of your shoulder.
I need to put the microphone up a little bit higher. There we go.
Yeah, that cracks me up.
His next interview is, however, I don't know the guy.
I'm pretty sure.
Who's he doing?
I bet it's Thomas. I bet it's Thomas.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I had a good trip though.
I was gonna say you got to get some mountains.
We learned from our Europe trip not to take suitcases, so we just took our carry-on bags and a backpack and a little carry-on bag, and so we didn't lose anything, which was good. Our flight went from Bozeman, Montana to Dallas, and then Dallas to Tampa. We literally had 12 minutes to get off our plane
in Dallas
from A to D and get on our plane, which we made it by the skin of our chinny chin chin. So,
and because you didn't have any checked baggage,
because we didn't have any worry about that. In fact, when we left Bozeman, we checked our carry-on bags. All we had was our backpack and our one little purse. Mm-hmm. And so when we were able to run across the airport and make it very quickly, because we didn't have to,
carry your bag. That was the one thing that I like to do is I like to carry on, because you usually have to pay a fee to check a bag.
Right.
And then they're like, "Oh, if you want to check your bag for free at the gate," I'm like, "Yes, I do," because usually I do try. I do try to do.
If they lose it, they lose it. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, I think because it gets to the front of the plane because it gets put in last, so that way it's like the first off.
It was. When we arrived at Tampa, like the first couple out of the thing was our bags, and we were able to get out of there. So
I do love to do that when I do fly because it just makes life easier then. So my wife doesn't because she has a little R2D2 suitcase. It looks like R2D2's following her around, so she doesn't like to check R2. I'm like, forget it. I don't want to deal with this. Let's go. So, yeah, it's been a while it's been about a year and a half since I've flown. So I don't fly too much. I prefer driving. I like the road trip. And I miss I miss Ruff when I get to say I drove for 8 hours, and he's like, 8 hours? We'd be in the ocean any way we go for 8 hours. You know, I think you'd be down in Spain in 8 hours if you just draw a line down. Obviously not, probably, but anyways, that's kind of I just always think it's funny with that. So would they think an hour and a half's a long drive? An hour and a half, I do that like every other day or so. You know,
right. I mean, a lot of us drive 35, 45, 50 minutes to work back and forth every day. So
it's funny because I used to, one drive I had was 45 minutes, and I actually didn't mind it so much because by the time I got home, I was decompressed. I was already checked out. Now I get home, it's like 11 minutes, and I know this is complaining. This is like first world issues, but like I'm 11 minutes and I'm still trying to get out of work, out of the work mode. So, but
I just know being down here in Florida, it is like 2 planes to get anywhere, and I hate it. When you're in Ohio, you got
to go up to Detroit
4 hours.
Yeah,
you're going every different direction. You got a bunch of things. You can get to Chicago.
Detroit is always an easy one. It's 45 minutes for me. I can go down to Columbus in an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. So I have some options of where I can fly from. But yeah. Usually we go out of Detroit.
It is definitely a pain. But anyways, good show last week. Mitch, thanks so much for coming out. And
he wore his shirt. He wore his War Room Survivor shirt. He says he's going to start putting slashes on it now for the number of times. So
right, that's a good idea. We need to come up with that. I've been actually secretly working on some kind of designs that we can start producing and
possibly
if people want to order
merching, getting merch and
so we're working on gonna work on doing some stuff maybe either this year or next year. I don't know when we're gonna get it started, but if you guys want some War Room merch is what the kids call it now, right? Merch.
If you want some drip, they call it drip. That drip is like what you like the clothes you wear in fashion. It's like drip. It's not merch anymore. It's drip. So if you want some, I guess you could have merch. We could do coffee mugs and stuff like that. But we'll have to meet up and maybe go to Origins next year and wear our shirts. And
that's for sure. We'll have a little, we should have our own booth and everything.
Yeah.
That's what we should be. We
should get Ruff to fly over and do the War Room. Just live at Origins, and we can go talk to people and make that would be epic. I would enjoy that quite a bit. So I know you got home and you started playing us. I think the minute you walked through the door, you had a live stream going. Just about.
I did.
So
what did you? So I did. As you guys know, I completed my 100 games in 282 days, and now I'm on. I already did game 101 and 102. So I'm now looking for games 103 and 104. So looking forward to that. We're just keep going forward and looking forward. And
don't throw your back out.
I did get something while I was gone. Actually, it showed up day after we got home. Actually, so that was kind of good.
I'm curious to see what's in it.
So should I show you guys what is in it?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh, we'll talk about this here in a second. Oh, okay. We'll talk about what that is.
Oh, you got that? Yep. I didn't get that one. I've already had that one, so I didn't have to worry about that. So
really,
there's a ton. That's one of those boxes that's worth its weight in gold because there's so much in it. It's like the SPQR. It's really got a ton of stuff in it. So yeah,
it looks like the SPQR system.
It is. It's the Great Battles of History, but it's the Alexander. There's a little difference, but not much, if I remember right. But yeah, the base mechanics are exactly the same. But yeah, it's the Great Battles of History.
All right.
Great module. It's got all the expansions. It's awesome. And then Downfall.
Conquest of the Third Reich.
Yeah, Berticelli knows what you got. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
I'm sure he probably packed.
I know he was. I think you were doing, Mike. I think you were doing the play testing for for that one.
This is the 3-inch box.
Yeah, that's a 3-inch box. Yeah,
which is interesting. So this must be the mounting map in the 3-inch box, because you also got that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's the actual game.
So yeah, I think this just comes in a 2-inch box, but obviously the mounted map won't fit in the 2-inch box, so you have to get the big box to get the mounted map and get everything to fit properly. This is, of course, by Chad Jensen and John Butterfield. I didn't know John jumped on this.
Yeah, well, after Chad passed, I think he took it over. So
I know a lot of people have already had this.
Yeah. So Berticelli says, "Don't let the 4 solitaire scare you. In my opinion, they got it wrong. It should be a 7 or 8." That's the only one I'm getting from this packet. So is a Sovereign of Diff card. So yes, I've got that coming.
This is the Fire in the Lake expansion. Another Fire in the Lake expansion.
Yes, this is pre. So it's 61 through 63. And the other one's like after 72 to 75. So you technically can do 61 to 75 now with the 2 different modules. So,
and then there's also this little piece of envelope in the bag with this.
What is that?
Says Downfall, Conquest of the Third Reich, Errata. Event card E10, Strategic Impact. The reference to the OKH faction should read OKW instead.
They're doing it ahead of time.
So just a
that's an easy. That's an easy
typo. Instead of the OKH, it's the OKW.
Yeah.
It's interesting they went through the effort to print out these errata sheets and then put them inside plastic bag.
Well, they found all the bags that were missing in the
I was going to say they could find a bag for the errata sheet, but they can't find a bag to put your counters in. You knew I was going to have to say something about
I knew I was prepping for it too as well, so that didn't seem to matter too much on that one. So
let's see, how many counter sheets is this
I don't think it's large. I don't think it's a huge number of counter sheets. That one's a lot. I know that one's a lot. That one's definitely.
Hello, Reed.
Oh, Alistair's got it. Errata in a baggie. That's ninja level jester trolling right there.
Yeah. I'm sure they did it. Sure they did it. Just
they're like, this one's going to jester. Boom.
This has got the 6th edition rule book. That's interesting.
Yeah. That thing's been printed. There's
a lot of battles in this one. If you guys don't have this one,
it's worth it. It's worth it. It's one of those combined modules. Yeah. Yep.
Expanded deluxe edition.
Yep.
Oh, it also includes the Tyrant module featuring 10 battles.
We have an offer. We have an offer to learn Downfall from Berticelli. He's willing to teach. There's something. Really? We'll take you up on that eventually. At one point in time, we'll definitely take you up on that,
definitely for sure.
Yes, because he's talked about it too much for me not to ignore it. Like he keeps, downfall this, all down. So I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah, downfall is it's the war.
Yeah, it's World War II
in Europe. And I think it's like the whole war, which is something playable within, just a couple hours or something.
Yeah. Steven,
did you realize today's subject is games that you can play in an hour or two?
Really? No, yeah. I did not know that. I didn't get an email that yelled at me to make sure I was prepared for it this time.
Oh, well,
not making my list. I should have sent you
an email that reminded you of this then.
Steven, SPQR, that's basically the Great Battles of History, and they basically have the same system. So, I dig it. I dig it. Is that a Costco? Is that a Costco hoodie? No, Target. Okay. Yeah. Cool. It looks warm and fuzzy.
What are you talking about?
It's 42 to 44 or 45.
42 to 45. Yeah. It's cool. It's Chad McGinn. Cool. It's his cool mechanics. Yeah.
On steroids. Yeah.
Natalie is headless.
We talked about this last time on your show, and we talked about the cool mechanics that I think Chad Jensen introduces to the Wargaming, and so this is cool. It's another one of his designs. How you doing, Natalie?
He's saying, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good to hear. How was homecoming?
We're not going to talk about homecoming. It's kind of like Bruno. Okay. We don't talk about Bruno, so we don't talk about homecoming.
We can talk about homecoming.
She went out with her friends and had a great dinner. And
dinner was great.
Yeah, homecoming was a little questionable, but we'll leave it alone at that. It's
okay. I guess yes. Okay. Well.
Oh yes, we're good to go.
All right.
No, she's good. No, it's all good. Little drama. Fixed it. Took about a week. Fixed it. It's typical high school stuff.
Still against
so ask her when she's gonna have another of your sessions with her and what game you're gonna play.
Oh, we got to do another session. He wants to know when we're going to do another session. We got to find time. She works now, so sometimes it's a little harder for us to
working.
Yes, she actually works and has money. She buys dice. I don't know if you saw that last week, but we literally go to the game store and she buys 2 to 3 sets of dice every time.
Nice.
So she's got plenty of D&D dice, and she does D&D most every Monday, most like at school they have a D&D club, and she has a blast. So
I can bring my dice down if needed.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, so she likes to find the cool dice and stuff like that. So I sit there and look at games and wish I could buy them. Never can make a decision, but yeah. So nice. But yeah, no, we're gonna have to get back to. We got to get back to our Spartan Greek Spartans. The Spartan Command and Colors Ancients. We got to do the next.
I was going to say Ancients, yeah.
We got to do the next. Yeah. Hey, speaking of games, that could be an hour or two. Maybe that might be on my list.
Ooh, Command and Color System.
Command and Color Systems. That might be on my list.
Might be on my list too. Yeah. Do you guys have your list ready to go? David Warren's in the house. How you doing, David? Harold, he's showing up late. Okay, good. Good to see you guys.
Oh, Dwayne's in too.
Extra Squeaky's here now.
Yep.
Stephen Reynolds, how you doing?
Yes, Robert, and Stephen, I would, if you like this PKR, get all the rest of them. Get up, find them, collect them. They're worth it. They're really, really good. Some of them are slightly different. I think like Hoplight's a chip pull system. Yes, Natalie likes to play the Spartans, but when we play Command and Colors, we flip sides. So you play the scenario and then you flip sides. Because some of them aren't exactly, even. And so it's just kind of fun to do the flip sides and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So,
all right, cool. So I left specific directions before I left on my trip for you and Ruff to do several things. And I didn't get a chance to find out if you've actually done those things.
I'm working on it. I'm just not happy with the stuff that I keep putting up. I have to keep tweaking it, and I'm not happy with it. But it is getting there, and I'm going to finish it this weekend before school starts back up for me on Monday. So my master's program,
we can't introduce it and talk about it yet?
Not yet. We'll have it. We'll be good. We got a week. We're good. We're got a week 2 weeks. We're good.
We don't have a well, sure we got a week, but all right.
Well, it'll be good. It'll be good.
All right.
Yep, it'll be good.
So glad I left directions for you guys to get this stuff done, and then you don't follow my directions.
I followed your directions. My creativity has been stifled by somebody emailing me about stuff as much as possible. Did you get this done? That's stifling my creativity. At least that's what my students keep telling me. Why do you keep bothering me? I'm just kidding. They don't do that. They probably do say that, but it's not because I'm stifling their creativity. Let's put it that way. No, so hey, guess what? I got to play some Panzer Grenadier.
Oh, airborne
with Camp Sawyer this week.
We did Sawyer.
Yes, we did. We got together on Wednesday and we played the next scenario, or started to. We got about halfway through. Just kind of having a good time, just playing. Didn't record it or anything. We're just kind of chilling and hanging out and making sure that we're compatible playing with each other.
Does he live in the area?
No, he's in Massachusetts, so we played online. We played via.
Oh, you played online? Okay. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, but he was telling me he used to play all the time, and he says there is a big group over in the UK that play, and that he knows a lot of. He used to play with them all the time, but because of the time, it was hard to play. So he was happy to have somebody give it there. Harold, I do not assign homework. If they don't get it done in class,
I think he was talking about me giving you guys homework.
Oh, yep. No, he's a former
if I don't stay on these two, they're so scatterbrained. They won't even I have to email them and say, next week, this is our thing. This is what's coming up. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
It happens. But as a teacher, I do not assign homework. If they
can't
get it done in class,
end of the year celebration. When is that again? I don't recall.
End of the year. It's at the end of the year. It's at the end of January, actually.
It's actually, yes. It'll be January 20 something. It's some 26, 27, somewhere around there.
But guess when our 4-year anniversary is?
Coming up soon.
Yeah, it's our 4-year anniversary on the of November? On the
4th of November.
Yes. So it's 4 years on the 4th. So we're gonna have some fun with that, and we'll talk about that and send some stuff out. But we're gonna have some fun with that. So it's really cool. So, and 4 years on the 4th, and so
everyone give us the 4 signal. We're up to, we're almost to 4 years, baby. 4 years.
4 years. Yep, we're getting 2 weeks away, actually, technically speaking. So, he's retired now. 30 years in business as a counselor. Huh. Yep. He's retired. Cool. I am not even close. I am the young one out of the group here, so I'm not even close to retirement. Jester's going to be retired and playing more games than we can keep up soon enough. So
hopefully soon. Hopefully within the next year, maybe 2 max. Yeah. I would like to be even sooner than that, but we'll see. But for your guys' information out there, we like to share informations. We like to highlight things that you guys should know. I think this was even asked last week or 2 weeks ago when I was here. When the GMT sale, does anyone know when the GMT sale is? And they actually announced it in their last email, which for some reason now has escaped me. There we go. So if you guys are interested to know, then the GMT fall sale will begin Monday, November 13th at 5 o'clock Pacific. It'll last until Sunday, November 19th at 12 o'clock Pacific time. So yeah, if you order a bunch of P500 things, you can get everything half price for one. So if you've ordered, say, 5 P500 games, you can get 5 games at half price, which is a really good deal.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So, that's what it is. So you guys put that on your calendars. We'll probably remind you of that. And of course, who is it? Compass that's having their sale.
Yeah, they have their holiday sale as well.
Compass has got their holiday sale going on right now, and I don't know. Decision usually does one, but it's not out yet. So I think they usually do theirs after GMT for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
MMP usually does Black Friday, something on Black Friday as well. They have a list of stuff. My problem is a lot of these sales. I literally did not order some P500s this year, so I could buy something that wasn't like 3-inch boxes or counter trays, So I have to get People Power so I can have the entire coin collection, because that's the one I kind of like, oh wait, it'll be good. It's close enough to that, so it won't get played out, so it won't be out of print or out of stock. So yeah, it'll be good. So
yeah, I'm looking. I'm sure there'll be a few things I'll be able to get. We'll see. I could probably order somewhere between 40 to 60 games, I think, is what I keep 100 this year. So,
yep.
Yes.
It's
gonna take a little extra to get it over there, isn't it?
Yeah. You have to buy multiple games to make it worthwhile. I think you actually have to buy like 150 for Compass to actually send them overseas and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Second chance games. That's basically what you're gonna. Now the 50% off. For some reason, GMT knows how to do it, and is actually a pretty good. Even though the shipping, Ruff was saying that the prices are so good that the shipping's worth it because of the prices being generally half off. So yeah, it's usually pretty good.
It's not going to be that. It's going to be expensive, but it won't be as much as you're saving, anyways. But it's all about how bad do you want it? How much do you want to pay? Because I just bought another game off of Noble Knight.
I did too. I picked.
And it was $125 for like a $50 game. So I'm like, do I want to spend that much? Okay. So
no, I actually saved money on mine.
I also get some cheapo, good deals. So, I've got another order. I think it's coming in, and it's like 3 games is like $150. Like, damn, what the hell? And then you go and add them up, and you're like, yeah, I guess it is. Okay, just like this. It goes quick, but I want the free shipping. So, and I had money because they were running a special last month from like October 10th to October 20th. Any game you ordered, 10% of your order, you get store credit. So I had like $37 in store credit.
I got it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, they usually, if you're looking for something, they usually have it, or we'll get it pretty soon. I've noticed they rotate unless it's some crazy off the wall thing. But yeah, I usually keep getting I put stuff in my list that they're out of stock, and usually within a month somebody will turn it in and they'll have a copy if you really want it.
Now, I hate to mention this online with 32 people, but I talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I talked about it when I did my review show. Because I played a game called Maneuver, which and I mentioned. Oh, it's right there, but it's underneath all my Command and Color stuff, so I'm not going to dig it out. But last I checked, Noble Knight had a copy of Maneuver with the expansion Distant Lands for, I think it was $90. And I said to everyone, it was a pretty good price at the time. I said, if you can find this, because this is one of these games, it is on the P500 again, but it has like 126 people. It's probably going to be there another 5 years before they reprint it. If this is a game which I would recommend to you guys, it's a really nice, quick playing war game, by the way.
Wow, nice tease.
You like how I segue that in there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So if someone is interested, I thought I would mention this because I think, like I said, it's a great game, but it's not going to be reprinted anytime soon on GMT. I just don't believe it's going to be, like 500 people are all of a sudden going to put their orders in and they're going to move it up the list. I would love to see it because I think this is for me, this is one of those hidden gems that they didn't make a lot of copies of it. And so it's just not a lot of people see it and talk about it. But I think it is a very light war game, but there's a lot of strategy in what you're doing. And I think we should even play it sometime on the Vassal module or something.
Oh, really? They've got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's really good. I think it's a unique idea, and I think it's well worth it. So anyways, I didn't want to mention that with everyone online all at the same time, because now there might be several of you going, oh, I would like to get that game. And now it's like, gone. Oh, son of a bitch, somebody bought it. But anyways, I think somebody should buy it. That's what I think. I think somebody should buy it because it's a good deal. $90.
Definitely.
It's a price, but it's a good game, especially with the Distant Land, which again is another one of the expansions. As we all know, I love my expansions, but expansions, they usually only make half as many expansions as they make for the base game, and so to try and find those are twice as hard. So
I got you. Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought I would mention that because when I got home, I was looking for some stuff to order because I was going through withdrawals, man. Going through withdrawals.
You're getting the shakes, off.
No, I actually ordered something on my vacation though. I actually ordered something on my vacation, so. But it's not a war game. It's a sports game. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's
I keep looking at a couple of the sports games, but I just haven't pulled.
If you guys are interested, I actually played it online. It's Glory Days College Football.
I saw that. I was watching a little bit of it. And
I had bought it when he first released it. It was 2020.
Yeah.
So he did it because of the supply shortages and stuff. He just did it online.
Okay.
So I ended up buying the PDF and he's a friend of my channel anyways. He's a friend of ours. And so I wanted to support him. So I bought that. Well, when I was on vacation, I decided to order the boxed edition now because you can get the boxed edition. And when I got home, I thought it would be here, but it wasn't. So then I was like, oh, I'm just going to print them out myself. So I printed everything out myself. As you can see, everything prints out full color. Yeah. And I love the little data cards. They're so unique and interesting. Yeah.
They're more like data strips than data cards. Yeah.
Kind of an in-depth system, but so that was what I ordered on my vacation. I was like,
what season do they have? Like particular seasons or anything on that?
He's only got 21 and 22 right now.
Okay.
2021 and 2022. But if you order, there's I think the base game comes with like the 30 greatest teams of all time.
Okay.
So it's got let's see, 98 Notre Dame, 54 Ohio State, 99 Florida State, 97
yeah.
1987
TTUM.
Yeah. 1987 Miami, 1981 Clemson. Anyways, Glory Days. This isn't a sports channel, but Glory Days college football. We're big college football fans. Yeah. It's always good to, and you don't see many
not college football games. Yeah.
Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat all of a sudden.
Well, I should be done with my 23 10 for 10 sometime this week.
I was just going to mention that. I was just going to say,
that was everyone doing? We didn't plan this. We didn't plan this, and it segued quite nicely because I have one game left. I have it set up. I learned how to play it. I played a few turns on it.
And what is it?
So it's Save Afghanistan, comrades.
Oh,
so
right. That's
right. Bill Faniff. I can never pronounce it, but it's Fortress Games, Solitaire. Looks to be great. Looks going to be amazing. I was trying to do a live session sometime this week, but I was spending time with family and, just time didn't work out. So I might do a live session tomorrow, later tonight, or I might just record it. I'm not sure, but I do plan on having it on the channel by the end of the week so I can check that last one off, complete that list.
Well, so you were going to complete your 10 for 10 challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So how many out there? I mean, because we need to know, like, how many games are we going to have to ship out this year?
Berticelli's got 1 game to go. Hey, I've got a game. If Mike gets it, I got a game. I got a free game for him. It's this unknown game called Mr. President. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I think Mike would be a good person to get that game.
I'm sending him. I got a copy of Tank Duel that I'm shipping out as a reward. So maybe we'll send that to Butter Jelly.
Phoenix
did complete his challenge, and Alistair finished his. Historic Wings is doing terrible. He's got 4 of his 10. I've got 1 of my 10, so congratulations to me.
I think Ruff's got 1, maybe 2 as well. So now I intentionally chose solitaire games, so I didn't have to worry about it. William Bird, 6 for 10. We got plenty of time. It's just almost November, so there's plenty of time. And I did pick a lot of ones that I knew I could finish in like 1 or 2 sessions. Like I intentionally did a lot of it, and I'm actually thinking about what to do for next year. And I'm kind of thinking about narrative-driven solitaire games next year. So, like Target for Today, The Hunters.
Yeah.
I found on Wargame Vault, there's a company called Black Cat that basically that's all he does. And he's got a YouTube channel as well. So he plays out his game so you can see it. So I'm thinking about and I have plenty of other ones like Picket Duty and things like that. So I'm kind of might be leaning towards that. Give me an excuse to buy like Ace Night Fighter and a couple of the other ones.
Yeah.
Neander and Mike's at 7.
Okay.
Yep. Tim Sales he found some face-to-face opponents.
Pulling something else up that I want to share with everyone. But I have to find the right site, so give me a second. Go ahead. No problem. Keep talking.
But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go that route because they're fun. There's a story to tell. So I'm thinking about going that route. I've also been thinking about doing some format channels or format change to my channel to be more of a historical channel to do more history behind the games. Like as I'm playing them, trying to be in a little bit more. I hate to say educational, but informative. How's that way? More informative.
Yes. We enjoyed your philosophy.
Everybody did.
I mean, as educational as it was, I think philosophy is not going to be your calling there, Tony.
No,
I'm sorry.
No,
it's just not.
I got to do a couple more to make sure. Just so you know, I'm going to do a couple more.
Hey,
because the first time you do anything is bad.
Here's the thing I learned, right? You can do whatever you want on your YouTube channel because no matter what you do, there's going to be somebody interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do, there's painting channels.
I have those up too.
Interior design channels.
Oh,
there's
not those.
Bulldog channels. I mean, there's World War II channels. I mean, whatever you're interested in, you're going to get some people to be in it.
William's got it. So Black Cat is Joe Carter. His videos I do have to put at 1.25 because he's a slow talker. And so I have to put it at 1.25 and it's like perfect. So he's a little slow talker, but that's okay. I'd rather him be slow than too fast. I'd rather, but he does a really good job with his game. So yes, that's definitely one.
Extra Squeaky says that he's got 6
7
of
on his
10 and number 7's on the table. Good.
Yep.
We're going to have some really good prizes this year, fellas.
Yep.
Hopefully, we're again. 2023 was about getting organized and getting things moving forward in the right direction for for all of us.
Yeah.
And now, we're working on trying to get some backings through some game manufacturers, which have already, GMT's given us donations.
Lock
and Load has given us donations. Mark Walker's given us donations. Yep. Herman Lutman's Herman has given us some donations. So we've already got a nice fan base out there of a few companies, but we're trying to expand it this year. We're trying to get more companies involved in our end of the year celebration, and make them understand that, the people that we're sending things to played 10 games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
They played 10 games, which means they bought 10 war games. It doesn't necessarily mean they bought them all this year, but I mean, if they're buying 10 war games, you
at least
help support these people. So
feed their addiction so they end up buying more from your company.
Absolutely. So anyway, so we're trying to get more companies involved and get us a few nice prizes to ship out to you guys. And because of this, we're probably going to have some kind of a donation stream, probably sometime maybe in December, early January, where you guys can donate to the show so we can afford to ship out these games, because they're not cheap, as you guys know. Shipping costs a little bit of money, so unfortunately.
Extra Squeaky has some large games left. He has Pendragon, which is a beast of a coin game. Empire of the Sun, which is a beast as well. And Atlantic Chase, I have no idea if that is. So, Poltergeist, you are new to our contest, so you'll have to jump in next year. Yes, so you'll have to jump in next year. But we do 10 games for the year. So at the beginning of the year, you list 10 games you're going to play. And since you're a YouTuber, you have to put them on your channel. If you're not a YouTuber, you can just take pictures and do AARs. And if you get your 10 games done by the end of the year, we put you into a special drawing for several games that we have. It's not just one, we've got multiple games. And so that's our contest. So start thinking of 10 games that you want to play next year, and you'll find out how hard it really is. Jester's got one of his. I was very strategic this year, and I've got 9 out of 10 so far, and my 10th one's on the table right now. In the process of being filmed.
I was very strategic, and I still only have one. It's only
he's played 100 different games on his channel.
I played as of yesterday. I have played 102 brand new games on my channel. 102. Not one of them. No, that's not true. There was several World War II.
You've done,
yeah. But unfortunately, these were not on my list. These were not on my goals. So the whole challenge isn't about playing the games. It's about creating your list that you have to follow. If you are good at following a list, like if you got a wife and she gives you your list and says, do these things, and you go, yes, ma'am, and you do your list, you will be successful. And you will get free games from us, and you will be very happy. But if you're like the rest of us, and then we go, ooh, look what I got. I got something new today.
Squirrel, something shiny. Yeah.
So you won't be very successful.
They don't have to be I think it's Scott. It's Scott Polter. So Scott, for Poltergeist board games. It doesn't have to be solo games. It can be whatever you want. You can play them face to face. You can play them, it doesn't matter. So just 10 games. You can play them solo. You can play them face to face. You can play them vassal. It doesn't matter how you play them. You just play them, and you can play TTS. I'm not a fan of TTS, but that's beside the point. I'd rather play vassal than TTS. I like the way TTS looks. I just don't like the mechanics so much. It gets uber fiddly to me sometimes. So
TTS is great unless you have stacks.
Yes.
If you have stacks of counters, or another kind of finicky thing is cards. If there's a lot of card management and stuff, it can be kind of finicky.
Yes, if there's not enough room for all the cards in your hands and stuff like that. Yeah, so I could see that being an issue as well.
The challenge isn't about playing 10 games a year. I don't even know how many. I know I played 102 brand new ones. So playing 10 games, I played 31 games in 31 days in January to prove to everyone you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. You can play the games. It's a matter of I need to come up with a list, and then I need to play these games on my list.
Yep. So it's a lot of fun. I actually enjoy quite a bit. It's fun to have that list and to check them off. This is the best I've ever done on all my games. I think
last year you ended up 9, right?
I think it was 7. I think it was 8. I think it ended up 8. Okay. Yeah, it might. No, it was 9. I played the 10th, but I didn't record it. So I did, because it was MBT and I played it with Mitch, but we didn't record it, and so I didn't put it on, so I didn't count it because that was part. Well, that was.
I think I had 6 last year.
Yeah, it's 6. Yeah.
This year was
Ruff
bad
had like
for me.
4.
This year was bad for me because I switched.
You switched
my focus this year to playing 100 brand new playing 100 brand new games, and showing people, all the new games on my channel and introducing new games to people and stuff. So I went away from following my list, unfortunately.
I think
it's not like I can give myself a game, though. I mean, can I?
I just like to hit the check mark to say, okay, I did this. I can do this. Maybe I'll bump it up to 12, do 1 month a game next year instead of just the 10. We'll do the 10 for 10, but I would probably try. I want to try to do 12. So I'll have 2 honorable mentions to see if I can do that.
That is a subject for another time, my friend.
Yes.
That is a subject for another time. Although I will say, I've heard from many people, and the biggest issue they have is like, how do you learn all these games? And to be honest, learning a new game is not as hard. And maybe I'll do a whole series on how I go about
doing it. Yeah.
And showing you guys, because once you understand a lot of the core concepts, it's just a matter of how does this game do that? Like, I mean, when you're talking war games, right? We all know there's movement. So you have to understand movement. How do the units move around? Attacking. How do the units attack? And once you kind of figure that, I need to know how they move and I need to know how they attack.
Yep. Okay. The big thing is the exceptions. That's where the games get complicated, is how much exceptions or things like that do you have to remember. So yes.
No, there's not time, because you remember you had to have at least 4 done by June 1st. And since I don't have my 4 done by June 1st, I cannot complete the challenge this year. Again, there's rules you guys should be following. If you're not following the rules, shame on you. You have to
post
a picture on our Facebook group. You have to do at least 1 after action report. You have to play at least 1 brand new game that was published this year.
Yep.
And you had to have completed at least 4 of your games by June 1st, because we didn't want a lot of people joining at the last minute trying to get just 10 random games done.
Yep. And the list is due, and I think what we'll do is we'll narrow this down, but we will start in December reminding you. And I think probably our first or second show in January, depending on when it is, we'll have those lists. So that way you get most of January, if not all of January, to get those games done. So it'll be interesting. YouTubers are actually kind of easy, because if you just film it, that's your AAR. You don't have to do an extra ARR because you filmed it. So yeah, it's interesting. So
correct. And again, nobody's going to be. I know I'm not going to spend the time trying to track everyone down and make sure they've posted the videos and they've,
it's an honor system
what they were supposed to do and aren't cheating the system. If you want to try to cheat us, you cheated, because I'm not gonna try and track you down and double check.
I'm not gonna track that. Yes, we're not gonna. We have too much other stuff to do, like play our 10 games.
I got too many other more important things to do. If you want to try and get a free game and you didn't follow the rules, that's on you. So anyways,
you'll just go to hell, but that's beside the point.
That's true. They will. And we'll laugh all the way. Ha ha.
Mike is correct. You could finish your 10 games. You're just not eligible for the prize. So it's a personal. It's a personal thing. Yes.
I wouldn't get a prize anyways. I mean, even if I completed our 10, it's for me, Tony and Ruff, it's just a accomplishment. It's not like we get prizes. You guys, I mean, that's not true. You guys do send us stuff, and we do appreciate that. So that's kind of our prize, right? Is when people out there have sent us things. We've got a whole bunch of Panzer Grenadier modules that was shipped to us earlier this year. So thank you.
we've had a few, people want to send us games to try out.
I know Ruff's got a couple donations over there from some of the game companies.
We get to do stuff like play Plum Island Horror in front of everybody. So I mean, we get a that's kind of our reward is to do this, is to show these cool things off that we get and everything along those lines. So
and then our reward is really to give back to you guys for coming out each week and posting all your comments and sending you guys free stuff, and it's kind of a reward.
It's a community. Yeah, it's a reward. We've got a great community here. You guys are awesome, and we have a lot of fun with everybody. And it's what I want out of our community.
Remember that. There you go.
So,
anyways, something else I want to introduce to people. One thing that we absolutely positively, me, Tony, and Ruff, are kings of this, because we know how important it is for people that support us, and all the people that do support us, all the people that have come on the show, been guest hosts and stuff, Mitch Land, David Heath, Devin from Lock and Load, those people that help support us and give us notoriety and give us things, we want to give back to them. And for you guys out there, I want to bring something to your guys' attention, because this came this week, and it's a good friend of the channel, Matt White. For those of you who don't know, Matt White is a World War II game artist for many different games, but he's also got a YouTube channel. He's also a game designer, and he's released brand new. Let me see if I can share this now. There we go. His new Kickstarter was just released. Would Be Aces. So you can check out Matt White Wargames on YouTube, or go to Kickstarter, and Would Be Aces is the name of the game. Please, if you want to support any war game people out there, friends of the channel. So Matt White has been very good to us. He's introduced several new things on our world premieres here with us, and he's a great guy. He's come in and co-host a couple times with us, and so anyways, I would love it if you guys would at least, even if you don't want to do this, go to this video, like it, and post a comment down below. As you can see, I don't just talk, I do the walk. I walk the walk. You can see I posted.
And I know that was hard for you because you're not a Kickstarter guy, which I get. Right. I understand.
And I'm not a Kickstarter guy, but I said I have to try to support the people that I can, that I support us. I want to support them. So as much as I was going through withdrawals to go to the Kickstarter and do it, I said, you know what, for Matt, I will do it. And even though it's not like I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my money, right? Because Matt's going to take my money and run like some of these other idiots out there. I'm not worried about that. It's just, I don't think Kickstarter is used for people like Matt White. It's not used for companies like Simon Games and all these big manufacturers that use their Kickstarter so they can create these $500 board games. That's crazy. That's not what Kickstarter is for. Anyways, Matt White, please, guys, and even if you don't, again, please just go like this video, post a comment, say good job, thank you very much, I appreciate it. I appreciate all your time and effort and your art, and thank you. Just once in a while, do something nice for people out there, guys. I know I'm 9 times out of 10, you guys, all you hear is the bad side, but I go and post a lot of comments and tell people really, things. Like last time I was here, we actually talked about Clark Commando. And if you're not familiar with that story, I would highly, highly, again, recommend you go to the GMT and download their updated information sheet that they send out on their P500. And they talk about Clark Commando and the struggle that he is going through and the support that everyone is giving him and the love and support. And we talked about it 2 weeks ago on our show saying, guys, please go subscribe to his channel. post a comment on his videos. The guy's only going to be around for maybe 3 or 4 more months. I mean, is it going to kill you guys to go post some comments and tell the guy, hey, we appreciate everything you've done and thank you very much for all your time and effort? And please, go do that, because for 5 minutes it's going to take you to do this is going to make the world a difference on somebody's life, and that is ending soon. So please, guys.
It's for sure. He had said it'll be probably his last weekend at the warehouse. So I was just reading over the little snippet there. He did a great job. They treated him very well, which is I was glad to hear. And this isn't the first one that's gone through something like this. Everybody supported Chad, and this community is really great when going through. Chad Jensen, was going through. So yeah, definitely, I agree with you. Put some comments on him. Just say, hey, thinking of you. That's all you need to do, and it's all good. He's trying to. Honestly, I'm jealous of all the games he's getting to play. He's knocking off his bucket list literally left and right, and playing as much as he can. It's so just keep it going all the way you can. Yes. So his channel there. Thanks, Tester. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. I'll put it in the chat here too. So.
Yeah, that's his YouTube channel. And yeah, it would be. I know when when I made my announcement video that I was going through my cancer surgery and a couple years ago, and the love and support that everyone out there showed me, and all the comments and the emails and everything it made the world a difference. You guys don't know it until you go through it, how important it is. It is very important. And when you're going through that and you're struggling and you're in pain and you're not feeling well, you get these comments. It makes it's so uplifting. It is. It makes you feel good. It makes you realize that yes, my life was worth something. So, and somebody appreciated it. And that's why I started YouTube. Is I'm like, you know what? When I'm dead and gone in 20 years or whatever, 10 years, 5 years, somebody somewhere along the line might watch my videos and learn some stuff and enjoy it because of me. And that's the only reason I did it. And so, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Anyways.
Yep. Well, speaking of legacy, did you see you were in the GMT letter?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that.
Yes, if you go, it was part of the designer interview part. It was the video live. Open the box with Herman Luttman on his Plum Island Hoiler when you did your unboxing with him.
There. Look at me go! I am awesome.
Speaking of legacy,
you guys knew this, but yes, here we go. And well, I don't take full credit for that.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny.
Ruff ended up. I know we.
Yeah, I was playing Mitch that night. Yeah,
already that night, but yeah, Ruff ended up showing up that night, and we had a great time doing the open the box with Herman, and it was. We've always talked about this, and I'm sure we'll talk about with Mike when he gets his Wolfpack game and all that is when you get the game and it's got your name on it, right? And you're like, and you're opening up, and you're looking at the thing that you created. It's like a baby. And just to see Herman's face, and he looked like, he was a proud papa. I mean, it was.
That's what, yeah. Ruff was talking about it on the show last week and how cool it was and everything like that. So yeah, definitely looked really, really, yeah. I looking at the pictures, looking at the pictures that Berticelli sent, I loved it. It was great. It was great. So I'm looking forward to a lot of the stuff coming out by GMT. They've got a lot of cool stuff coming out. Speaking of something coming out, did you see that they've got the solitaire Tac Ops that's coming out?
Yes.
So, yes, you can share my screen. I've got it up so we can.
Okay, I will add you to the screen. There we go.
And honestly, it's an interesting topic because it is in Italy. So there's not, to me, it seems like that's a front that's not used very often. There's not a lot of games on it. They're starting to become more and more. You had Sicily, but it is a campaign game. Like there's 12 missions. You can play the 12 missions. So it's a campaign system. This allows you to keep your focus on the map action and the narrative that emerges, the scenarios, which last from 30 to 90 minutes. To me, that's a good number. We'll pull you in as you attempt to achieve your objectives with a few losses. Each scenario can be played solitaire with cooperative setups also available. So it's a solitaire game with a possible co-op. I kind of like it better that way than a co-op game with solitaire option. I like it. It's designed solitaire, but you can play co-op. And this is some of the early art, obviously, which in Italy, there's going to be hilly terrain, mountainous terrain. There's mountains running through the middle. So I'm really interested to see how it works out. And so high solitaire, low complexity. Price is right too for the P500. It's $46. So definitely, it just got on. This is the new one that just got on the list this week. Because it was this one, and it was the one that you were looking at. The techniques,
so I can see how many.
200.
Oh, there you have 200. Yeah, nice.
Yep. So, so I'm kind of curious to see how this works out. And let's see, what do we got? 3 double-sided. Oh, it's nice footprint too. 11 by 17.
11 by 17. They're nice and small.
Nice and small. 12 scenario cards, dice. Because it's a dice system, so you might need something special. I don't know. Campaign tracking pad, 1 rule book, learn to play booklet. Oh, nice. All solitaire games, I think, need the learn to play booklet, and 2 counter sheets of counters and markers. So probably around 500 book counters if it's 2, because there's usually 250 or so per 256 per counter. So if they don't use it,
who's the buy? Who's the designer? Does it say?
Ken Kuhn. Which I recognize that. I recognize that name, and I don't know why I recognize that name, but I do recognize that name.
He's the one who worked with Herman.
Oh, okay.
You had him on the show, actually, Tony. Come on now. Come on.
I don't think I was here for that one.
You might not have been, because it was Ken and Herman, me and somebody, so it must have been rough. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
At that time, I didn't have the extended package.
Yeah, I think I was out of town or something like that. Yeah, I think I was out of town, or it was an evening one where I couldn't make it. One of the two. So Ken Kuhn's got this one, so I'm interested because it seems like it's a system, so we might see more of it depending on how it.
Yeah, if it goes well, right.
I'm all about.
If anybody pre-ordered that in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are on the solitaire tack-ups. Convince us. Should we P500 it? Right? Let us know in the chat, because it looks good. How many tactical games do we need, Tony?
Just one more.
Right.
Just one more.
Just one more, baby.
So
especially solitaire. That should be the new one. How many new solitaire tactical games do we need, Tony?
Oh, more. Well, as many more as you can get.
Just unlimited. At least one more, right?
At least one more, yeah. So we've got, so they've also got the Battle of Sicily, which is new to the 500, and apparently they're reprinting Panzer Expansion number 4 again. Because it wasn't that come with the huge packs of like all of them? Didn't that is like Panzer and then all 4 expansions? So apparently they're reprinting the expansion number 4 because apparently it's sold out. So
really.
Yep. So it's interesting. So
I'm surprised. Yep. I am surprised. I am as you guys know, I have the Panzer and all 4 of the expansions. And I've been thinking about selling the system because I just haven't played it, and it takes up a lot of space. And it could be used for other games, but I don't know. I mean, you guys, Ruff keeps talking about it. It's like his favorite love machine now. So,
that's still Atlantic Chase.
I have to. I don't know. I think he would rather do Panzer. I think if he had a choice, If we hold them down and say you can only take one, you would have to.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because out of all the 4 expansions, that's the only one that's being reprinted because all the rest of them are still in stock. Huh. Interesting.
Number 4, because they just print that not too long ago.
Yeah, because they had
2, 3, and 4. They printed all 3 of them. Right?
They did the base game plus all the expansions, and you could buy them. They all came at once, so it was like 5 games, and it hurt rough a little bit. So yeah, I was wondering about that. Panzer IV has a solo
system, is what.
So I think a lot of people really pushed for that one. So yeah.
Maybe they just didn't print enough of these ones.
Yeah, could have been. They didn't know how. And remember, they didn't even actually hit the P500 numbers when they did it. They just chose to reprint it because it was so popular.
Well, there's only 14 of them right now, so it's not like it's been printed anytime soon, unless of course they bump it up the system, which they could do.
But that means it's not in stock. So yeah.
Here's the one thing I will say about this is every time they bump a game up the system, it makes me a little bit upset. Here's the reason why. As you know, you did a live stream with Butter Jelly.
Yeah.
And Gene came on it. And I specifically asked Gene when Combat Commander was going to get reprinted. And he said it was in the works for early 2023.
Yeah.
So every time they bump something else up in front of Combat Commander, which I think is a travesty that they have not reprinted that yet.
It's gotta be getting there soon, because it's like I know it's met the numbers, so it's gotta be coming up soon.
They're driving me crazy with this. Now I finally broke down a couple months ago and bought it because I'm like, I'm not waiting on you anymore.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell me you're going to print it early in 2023, then okay, I understand there's delays and stuff, but I mean,
it's it's
early 2024 now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If not mid, depending on how it's going. But I know they've got a lot of stuff. It must have did only 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're still adding. So Mike's, unfortunately, they're still adding to it. So because they're putting it all together in one gigantic box, all of it. so they're probably adding a bunch of stuff, which, hey, I get that. It is what it is.
I literally could walk over to my desk and my counter, and I can literally pull Combat Commander off the shelf with all the expansions and put them in a fucking box. And how long would that take me? Like
your other ones, the Great War Commander's in stock in Europe, so that means it should be coming in stock here soon.
Now I'm excited to hear that. Finally,
if it's in stock there, yep. The only so hey, why don't you order it from Hexasim over in France and see what the shipping is?
I've been thinking about it. Actually. I mean, I love GMT.
Yeah,
and I love all the designers, and I give them a hard time whenever they fuck up and do things like, oh, we're not going to include bags in our games anymore, and I give them a hard time about it. But in my heart, they're like the only company I really order my Wargames from. If GMT went out of business, I would be out of business. But I don't like the way they do certain things, and it drives me crazy because it's like your wife and your kids. You always hold them to a higher standard than everyone else. Like if your kid's caught doing something, right? And your son says to you, "Well, Dad, everyone else was doing it." You're like, "I don't give a shit what everybody else was doing. That's not the way I raised you. That's the way I treat GMT. This is not the way I raised you. I've been with you for 20 years. This is not the way we do business, GMT." Right? So whenever they do something dumb, I have to get on them about it because I feel like they're my child, right? I've grown up with them. They shouldn't be doing what the other dumb companies out there do. Let's be honest.
I'm on Hexasims right now.
What's the price going?
It's 79 euros. And if I looked on GMT, it is. I think it's. Oh crap! I just did that, didn't I? Crap. Okay. Here we go. Hexasim.
Just don't close your browser because.
Oh no, I didn't. I did. It's 82. That seems a huge difference.
No, I think that's about the price over GMT was 80. I think it was 80.
No, well, there's 79 euros, and I don't think the conversion rate's that good unless I'm off on that. So, yeah. My thing is I was going to look up shipping. So, like, what's the shipping? Add to basket. Okay.
It's true. It is a great time to be a gamer. We've talked about that for sure. Mm-hmm. I make a great sales rep. I know, right? I mean,
okay. Shipping to the United States is 20 euros, so it's 99 euros altogether. So let me do a quick conversion. 99 euros to USD. Oh, it's not. It's $104. Roughly. I mean, that's strict conversion. There's always fees and stuff like that. So it's probably like 100, let's say 110 to be safe. So it's $110 to get it shipped from Hexasim. It's actually cheaper to ship from Europe to the United States than from the United States to the Europe. I don't get it.
So, and I would almost just to make sure. I'm gonna be very upset if I don't get a copy of it. So I'm gonna make sure I get it ordered when it arrives. I want to make sure. I don't know if I will spend the $100 to get it shipped over. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Well, that's everything, and you're probably going to pay that from GMT. To be honest with you, with shipping even nowadays, because the Hexasim games are usually not on the half off price. You can't get the Hexasims half off.
Right. Yeah. That's
so. And who knows how long it'll take to get over.
And it's GMT. It might be another 6 months before they get it. Yeah, come on, GMT. Come on.
Well, it's not GMT that's doing it. You know. It's
I know. I know.
Yeah.
You're giving them a hard time.
Yes. All I know is Hexasim does a great job with their quality. Like their components are gorgeous. They're usually rounded counters already. You don't have to like clip them. Yeah,
which is we're not even gonna go down that path. I don't think because this. I will have to say GMT has started to do some pre-rounded counters in some of their games, which has been nice. Mm-hmm. A lot of the coin games come with the pre-rounded counters. Not all of the counters are that way, but
half pre-rounded.
Yeah, half of them are. And I don't understand why they. I mean, I understand why, but it's like. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole discussion we don't have to get into because, anyways, we got other things we got to talk about. You got your 5 games.
Oh yeah, I do. I totally forgot we had a topic for a little bit there. I was like, I'm seriously thinking about picking this up from Hexasims. Why
don't you order 2 and then just have 1 shipped to my house?
Oh. No, that's okay.
Upon my island, Downfall, Wolfpack will all have round encounters, just to name a few. There you go.
Yes. Thanks for the Wolfpack, Mike. Mike, I can't wait to see that. I've got to do some more play testing because I know he's tweaked a little bit, and I've got to see how it is now. So I'll have to hopefully.
Do you actually fight anything?
Yeah. I actually lost a sub or 2. I know. Okay. I felt bad because we played that game and
we played that scenario like a year and a half ago, and we ended up dodging everything that came out.
Yes, that doesn't happen all the time. That was like the one time I felt bad for Mike because that's that's just the way that would have went. But the art's all done except for the box.
Mr. President, good Lord. I mean, that's taken off like wildfire. So I was actually on a site called Heavy Cardboard is the YouTube channel.
Oh,
and
playing
Mr. President, and Mike showed up to kind of give him some support. And so that was awesome. And before Mikey showed up, maybe Mike was there, I don't know, but he had mentioned Gene was the designer and He mentioned Mike as well, but he didn't call him Butter Jelly for some reason. I was like, "Who is this Mike?
No,
who is this Mike guy he talks about?"
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was kind of cool. Just to you run into like you guys on another channel, so that's like weird. Like, wait a minute, it's like when who was having the live stream the other day, and then I see Tony pop up. Tony's Board Life. I'm like, Tony, what are you doing here?
Yeah. It's like
you come out.
Yeah. I think though, I can't remember. There was almost 32 hours of streaming of Mr. President. Wow. Yeah. No, that doesn't surprise me because for some reason I don't think that'll make our games to play in an hour or two list.
It is not going to make our list of games. No. In fact, do you guys have your top 5 games? Again, this is top 5 war games that you can play in an hour or two. Like, if you can't think of anything that plays an hour or less or two, right? So anything that plays an hour or two or less, we're going to talk about our top 5 games. We're going to go through them really quickly because that's the subject today. Did you have anything else you wanted to share with the
No, I was just looking at Mike's pictures. He was telling me about this card game that they're working on, and he put some pictures on Tack Up of it from GMT West. I think he's trying to distract me from the show, but he showed me. He did a good job because
that's
it
why
looks.
He
really
always
cool.
sent them to me too, but I don't have my phone.
Well, this is the Tack Up Facebook. So
he was telling me,
yeah. So it's on there. So I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty cool. He told me about it and introduced it to me. And
okay. There's cool. Matt White. Hey, Matt, I showed everyone your stuff earlier, and I kind of said something nice about you, but you
missed that part.
You missed that part.
Yep.
I can't say anything else about you. But anyways, Matt White's here. Thank you, Matt, for coming by again. All right, so we're going to talk about our top 5 games that we like to play, and we're just talking about play time, an hour or two or less. And this does not include setup. This does not include sorting or anything like that. This is just, we're just going to introduce some games that we think play pretty quickly. So if you're looking for a quick filler game that's going to play in an hour or two, you're at a convention or whatever, I think the ones that I choose, play pretty much an hour to 2 maximum. And that way you guys, will maybe pick up some games that you never heard of.
So Phoenix Knight, see if you could find the non-universal war rule book for Warfighter. I agree. Their universal rule book is crap. And that's the best. That's being nice. I'm just telling you. That's all. If you can find the individual books, they're much better. Much better. So. Okay.
All right. So would you want to start with your?
Yeah, I'll start.
5?
I'll start.
All right.
One. So first one I've got is Table Battles.
Table Battles.
So it's a Hollenspiele game. And you have these cards that have the battles on them. And then you have wood cubes and dice. And so you roll the dice and it tells you if you have doubles, you can fight with the doubles and certain combinations work. And this one is just the base battles, but it's, 15, 20 minutes and you're done, like with the battle. It's really fun. And they're literally 3 pages of rules. That's it. That's it. So it's quick, easy. This fits under half an hour, and you can play it multiple times and different stuff like that. And they have a ton of different expansions for it as well. Absolutely great game, fun, easy to teach. All in all, just really good. So
awesome. That's a great way to start, Tony. Thank you.
Yep.
You did well. Phoenix,
thank you.
I will say, if you're trying to learn how to play Warfighter, go check out Hissy Cat. He did 3 or 4 videos on him trying to learn the game, and he goes through step by step, like the learning curve that he went through and setting it up and learning how to play. So go check out Hissy Cat Studio on YouTube. Yep. He'll watch his videos because you'll probably find a much easier and better way to find a way to play Warfighter. And everyone kind of agrees the DVG, not great with rule books, not great with that. Marco is here now, late to the stream, but target for today missions can easily be done in an hour. Really?
Trust me, we've watched Jester go through 2 missions in like one video. I think
I wouldn't have known that. I am so glad. I am so glad Marco is here to talk about my top 5 quick play war games. Number 1 target for today.
Yeah, Ruff's got some great videos too for Warfighter too. By the way, we got to give our buddy Ruff. He's not here. We got to give him some love too.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, target for today. How did you do that? Did you paid Marco off?
Marco's a smart guy. Marco he's on the payroll. That's all I can say is Marco is a smart guy and he's on the payroll. Yeah, target for today. Great game, great system. You can play the missions. You can play them really in like 20, 30 minutes, but if you take your time and enjoy them and role play them and really get into the action, and I even went through and made my own play mat and everything. It's a great game and easy to understand, easy to learn, and I think it's well worth the investment. There's also target for today, target for tonight, B-29, Super Fortress, Skyhawk are all basically the same game in a different format. So look at those. Anyways, that is
they're all through Legion. They're all through Legion games too. So
yeah, that is my number 5 or number 1, depending on how you're looking at it. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Conflict of Heroes, depending on the scenario. Yep.
Right?
Yeah. The Warfighter rules on board. Yep.
Shores of Tripoli is good choice.
Yep.
Pavlov's House, Catalytor.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Table Battles is great. Yep.
Lazarus Ridge is quick. Okay.
I think a lot of David's stuff is under 2. Yeah. 2 hours. Yeah.
Right.
Fort
Sumter and Red Flag of Repairs are both fast.
There's another one coming out that really has my interest because it's all about the Czech revolt early game. Oh, Leaping! I have that. I have Leaping Lemons. Yes. I play it we played it with the kids. It's kind of fun. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Next one, Tony.
I've got you beat. I can do World War II in 20 minutes.
Really?
Blitzkrieg. World War II in 20 minutes. Honestly, it's a blast. You can play 2-player. You can play solo. It's got a little solo thing to it. Absolutely fun. Very obviously abstracted. It's more like 5 fronts, but yes, it's fun. It's easy. I've played it like 3 or 4 times. It's one of those games you play. Okay, I got to reset that up. Play. Got to, you just want to keep doing it. So because it's that easy, quick and easy to set up too. I mean, I had it set up in like 5 minutes. So literally 30 minutes, you can play it. Now, I take it slower and things like that. But yeah, no, definitely. He's got 2 other games too. So 2 other games, 3 total. So he's got Caesar, which I also have, which is fun. Also can be done in 20 minutes. So it's kind of like he's got this thing. I haven't seen he has one, A Battle for Britain, I think. Or is it? It's not Battle for Britain. It's Aces or something like that. So British Aces or something. It's Air. I got to check that one out. Ooh. But yes. This series, his Paulo Moraes series of games, definitely quick, fast, fun, easy.
All right, quick, fast, and fun. We like those games. Mag 23 Guadalcanal. That's a good one to play in 20 minutes.
Yes, you can play a couple. You can play a couple missions in 20 minutes depending on how they go.
And Marcus says he visited the Imperial War Museum, Duxford.
It's probably Duxford.
Inside the Lancaster.
Yep.
And Matt White says that's just up the road from him. Nice.
Yeah, American Tank Ace missions, definitely. Yep. Taro. Yeah, that's that. Yep. Eagles in the Sky from the new one from Revolutions.
I know that one.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
My next game. This is going along with Tony's theme. Quick, easy dice games, right? Bam.
Yeah,
D-Day dice. man, you're just throwing dice and just trying to create little. And this is another one of these ones, just like Tony's game. You can play it and start doing bad and say, "Oh no, I start over again," and wipe everything off and start doing it. And it's easy to set up, easy to play. Even when you get all the expansions and stuff, it kind of adds a little bit of complexity to the game, but it still plays very, very quickly. And you can play it solo. Great. D-Day Dice. I know a lot of people is not a big fan of this kind of game, so don't get it just on my recommendation. Look at it first. Watch myself or somebody else play it. Make sure this be something you'd be interested in. But this is a great filler game. Less than an hour, you can get a mission done. And you can play a multiplayer. And if you do play a multiplayer, there's some cool interactions you can do.
William Bird, I played The Hunted, and it lasted 3 dice rolls.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, that's a quick playing game then, isn't it?
That can be a very quick play, or it can be insanely long at the same time. Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Defending
it played quickly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Played quickly for sure. Yep.
Spoon's Leader playing a mission. Yeah.
Yep.
Any of the Leaders series.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see them. I'm not sure.
Yep.
All right. Number 3, Mr.
This one I guarantee nobody would have put on their list because I absolutely love this game. And a lot of it has to do with my last class, but it is Days of Fire, Budapest, 1956. I played this thing 3 times in one night, and because I kept losing, which is historically accurate. So, but how quickly I lost was not historically accurate. But because it's about the Budapest Rebellion in 1956, it's actually one I'm going to put in on my channel. I have some history to write up about it first that I want to make sure that I go through. But yeah, Days of Fire, Budapest, 1956. Less than an hour to go through the game. It's the mechanics are simple, decisions are hard, which is always good. It slows down when you try to start figuring out the best what you have to do. But yeah, definitely less than 2 hours, closer to an hour play. And it's easy to reset back up. So that's awesome.
Yeah, these are always good ways to play. Because I know even these short games, like you play and then you can switch sides and reset it up and be playing again in just a minute. So that's awesome. Silent Victory, quick and easy. That's part of the Hunter series. Undaunted North Africa. Now, I haven't played Undaunted any of the series yet.
I would agree with that.
Check it out. I would agree with it.
I would agree with that. You could easily play that in less than an hour, maybe a little bit over, but definitely not less than an hour and a half.
Yeah, for Leader series. I think any of the Leader games.
Yes, if you want to do one mission, you could do one. You could do generally 2 missions in about an hour, depending on how long they go. If you do 2 hours, you can knock out 4 missions, depending on how it goes. So you can also lose in that time, depending on.
Yeah, right.
So,
all right, my number 3 game for quick playing games that play in an hour or 2 or less, is going to be
the
Nations at War series.
Yep.
I just happened to choose the White Star Rising. Of course, you have Stalin's Triumph and Desert Heat and White Star Rising. Any one of those 3, I think you set those up, play them. They're usually very quick and it's kind of a dice chucker, very easy. The rules, I think there's only 20 pages of rules. It's not very many.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not insane or anything like that. And everything's typically on the counter that you. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah. We talk. The problem when you're playing with 2 players is you end up usually BSing for a little bit as you're going through, and so it takes you longer. But if you just do gameplay and you take out all the talk, it's probably an hour max for most missions. For most.
There might be some bigger missions that take a little bit longer, but.
Generally speaking,
for the most part, I think, especially for solo play, you can get it done in an hour.
Easily,
I would think. All right. I should 100% play Undaunted. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. But
yes, I would get the Stalingrad one
because I've seen several. They have several of the series now, and I keep wanting the Stalingrad one, but they want like $85.
There's a campaign. There's a lot of stuff in that thing. It's like a 4-inch box.
$85?
Yes, it's like 4. It's like a 4-inch box, dude. Yes, it is. Yeah.
I don't know if I trust my.
Then just go with the Normandy one. I think it's around 50. You can check it out, and if it works, that'd be great.
You can, you definitely lose Hunted in about 15 minutes for sure. And they do have the new Battle of Britain one.
Yes, I'm interested in that one.
It's another one of these. Do I need another game?
Yeah. Don't answer that question because you know that's it. Yeah. Yeah. JAA it says, yeah, crazy good, tons of stuff for that for the Stalingrad, Undaunted Stalingrad. So
but I don't know. I mean, look at that box behind you there. That's like $90. So compare like $80, $90. So it's almost the same. Which has got more?
I think they're about the same. Actually,
really?
I think there's more in that Stalingrad box because Compass games are generally overpriced, in my opinion. I definitely got that one on sale. So like right now it's 90, but it's normally 130. I would not pay 130 for that. I'd pay 90.
I thought you paid 90, right?
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I paid 90 of it, but like full price. But it's on sale right now. So yep.
Ooh, the next Undaunted is going to be sci-fi.
Yes.
Like aliens would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. All right. Next on the list.
Speaking of the Hunted.
Oh,
the Hunters.
What a segue.
Yes. So I love this game. And when we did our competition, that was so much fun when we did our competition. See who could sink the most tonnage and everything. That was such a blast. It was so much fun. Watching Ruff live stream something was probably the most entertaining part of that. But yes, love this game. It's a quick setup too. You really don't have that much. It takes really no time, and you follow the charts, and it's a great. They keep printing it too, even though they keep saying they're not going to. So obviously, it's quite popular.
Yeah. And I remember watching the stream where you got sunk, and there's a video on my channel in tribute to your commander that got sunk.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
a lot of fun. That was
of all the games that I've played in the last couple of years, that has been the most emotional game for me because that was the game that I learned about my U-boat and I heard about the Lucenia incident that nobody talks about.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a video on all that. So anyways, great game, great system. Definitely highly recommend it. It didn't make my top 5, strangely enough. It's weird that our last ones are going to be the same. I know the last ones are going to be the same, but this one isn't. My number 4 is going to be Combat Commander.
I didn't think about that because
if you could get it, if you can find a copy and you want to pay a lot of money for it because GMT refuses to print it again for some reason. If you can get yourself a copy of it, it plays very nice. Not great solo, so you need to play with someone. And of course, if you're looking to find someone to play Combat Commander with, you can jump on Patrick's
Tactics and Tutorials.
And they got a whole group with thousands of people. Well, not thousands.
But hundreds of people. I think it's hundreds. Yeah.
It's hundreds of people. And they'll get you in the tournament and you could win prizes of, I don't know, all kinds of great things. Combat Commander, great game. If you can find it and cost a lot of money to get it, but we're GMT. And he's enjoyed his background career of the Hunters. Yes. He's done a good job with his little and his Hunter. He's cheating. Obviously, he's cheating. But his captain is sunk like over 220,000 tons.
Shoo!
Yeah,
I think 189,000 is the most I've ever done.
He was obviously cheating. So I don't think he was playing it right or something. CNC Samurai Battles. About an hour.
He doesn't like the honor stuff. So it's interesting. I don't know. I don't have the CNC Samurais. I stuck with the Ancients, and I actually have the Tricorn one, which I enjoy a great deal.
I don't mind the honor system. I think they just tried to add something to make it a little more complex. It's just an extra resource you got to manage. And, it takes up one of the valuable sides of the dice, though. So I can understand why people don't like it. Anyways, I think we're going to have the same number one.
I bet we are.
I think we are.
The Command and Colors system. I just picked the Ancients out because I've got it, but in general, yes. And the nice thing is you can play both of the. You can play a scenario, flip sides, generally within an hour. You can play it. It's fun. Granted, when I was teaching Rough, it took us about 2 hours, but first time you play it, it'll be a little bit because learning the cards and stuff, and each one has its own little uniqueness to it. That's what I like about it. It's like, yeah, it's a system, but they're all different at the same time. So medieval's different, samurai's different, tricorn's different, Napoleonics, Memoir 44. Yes, it's really, really cool.
So. Yeah, they're all kind of different. I ended up choosing Napoleonics.
Yeah.
Because I just got the Napoleonics and I got all the expansions and spent $379 on it. Damn it. So I'm going to choose that one. But yeah, everything Tony just said, I think I know a lot of people kind of poo-poo the system. It's, it's not a real war game and stuff, but it's got hexes. It's got dice, attacking, movement. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, sure, it's very, very abstract, but it's still a very interesting and cool system that leads to some interesting decisions because you only have so many command cards. You might want to do something with these units, but you can't because you don't have the right cards. It makes it interesting, I think. And it plays pretty good solo. So anyways, it was interesting that we both chose that as our number one.
No, it doesn't surprise me at the same time because it's kind of where we go to. It's like if somebody wants to play something that I would not, that may not be war gamers, but I kind of want to get them into something like that. I could, okay, well, what are you interested in? And obviously there's something, hey, do you like knights and armor, or do you like Greece or Rome? There's something you could get there. Yeah. Yeah, it's all of them are great. Do you like, honestly, if he's over 35, I think any man over 35 has to choose between either grilling something or World War II as a hobby. I saw a meme out there. You either get really interested in grilling or World War II. So if they've got any interested in history, there's something there you can get and you can play. And I'm sorry, but even if you've played it a lot, it doesn't always go your way. The hand management doesn't work always some way. Mm-hmm. So there's always that capability that somebody across from you that's never played before, has a possibility. And a lot of times, the scenarios, so maybe give them the good sides and stuff like that. So, I keep looking at that one because I have to play Landsworth Ridge still because I haven't played that one, but I think the CNC system is solid. It's solid. So
I think there is differences between the Ancients and Napoleonics but I mean, the core system is very similar, so you can pick them up very easily and play them. I'd even enjoy the Samurai one. They have the reprint of the medieval one, what's coming back out.
Yeah, it's coming. Yes, and they have an expansion already for that. They're in the works on that. Which the medieval one, that's from 500 BC or AD. Or excuse me, BCE or not BCE, CE, Common Era, whatever, to 1500. So there's a long period there that they're going to be able to do a lot with those it's going to be another 5-6, expansion capabilities. So.
I think so. I think that's good. And this is just obviously the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of other games we could have added to the system. I think. We've already talked about Warfighter. It wasn't on our list.
I bet it would have been on
series
Ruffs.
We talked about.
Yeah, I bet it would have been on Ruffs. I bet he would have said Warfighter. Yeah,
probably. I was going to look at like Twilight Struggle. I know some people don't consider that a war game, but you know, it does have some war game mechanic type things. And it's very popular. So, and that plays in an hour. What else do we got?
I don't know. My problem is Labyrinth. Definitely, I think you could play in an hour if you don't do any of the expansions and you only play one deck.
I thought about the lock and load system, but I think those scenarios go.
They get lengthy.
2 hour part as opposed to the hour.
It's closer to the 2 to 3 hour mark than the 1 to 2 hours.
That's what I was thinking.
But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's the Nations of War kind of takes care of that. If you wanted the beefed up version, you would go with World of War 85. So that's kind of an interesting, because those definitely take the World of War 85 system. It's definitely longer than an hour or two. And a lot of times, I'm not just saying this because Mike's in the channel, but Tank Duel. We played.
You can definitely do a Tank Duel with your buddies.
Yep.
And play
especially once you know the rules. Once you know the rules,
it's a very quick game, and you're just trying to get points for your side. So I think Tank Duel would actually be a nice one as well to add to the list. Nice party game there, friendly game too. Mike likes these friendly games.
Oh, all he does is design games that he wants to play, which is cool. That's which is the way to do it. If you're going to design a game, design something. Oh, here we go, Jester. All of these, all the book games, the Mike Lambo games, all of them, you could easily play the mission multiple times because generally you can't pass it the first time. Or the early ones, it's one of those things. The first couple missions, you're like, oh, this is easy, and then you hit that one mission where you just can't win. But yes, definitely less than an hour, for sure. And that's solitaire, so great hotel games, So,
and I don't know anything about this other than I'm going to mention it and see if anybody else has saw this. Something came across my YouTube channel earlier on the brand new Napoleon trailer for a movie that's coming out. Has anyone seen that?
I haven't seen that, but I know it's got Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon. So he's the Emperor of Rome, and now he's Napoleon. So, yes.
Really?
It'd be interesting. Yes. Napoleon with a clef. With a clef lip.
I didn't get a chance to look at it because we were watching the end of the Buckeyes game and I haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, by Stealth and Sea is also another good one. I've just rated some of the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And William Byrd has a smoker. He decided to choose both. He decided to choose D, all the above. So between World War II and smoking meat. So it's a hospital. It's great for that. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. I actually took a game with me on my trip this week, thinking I was going to play it on my airplane ride. That is a lie. They do not give you enough space in those planes anymore to play any game. Don't take a game with you to play on a plane. It's just
I would have taken to play
like this. There. You got nowhere. You got to be.
Oh, could you imagine you drop a die?
Oh my God! You got no room.
Hey, roll 42. What was that roll?
Like literally, the guy in front of you leans back in his chair, and you got less room.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't take a plane. Don't take a game to play on a plane
unless you're one of the nice people with first class seats. Then you can. But I'm not one of those.
Yeah. Those special people.
Yeah, I'm not one of those for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That is for sure. Well, this has gone by pretty quickly as usual.
Yep.
It's almost
it's just the two of us. So
almost time. It's only got the two of us. So we didn't. I was going to get somebody else to come on this week, but we decided, me and Tony haven't had a chance to just really the two of us talk and hang out and get to do things. And the next week it'll be just me and Ruff.
Yep. I've got some stuff going on. So family stuff that I have to attend to. So which is It is what it is. We have a
Right.
funeral to go to put it. So we'll get it over. We'll get it done. And then I'll be, support the family, and then we'll be good.
All right. I've given the game designers a challenge to develop a game that can be played in an airplane. Yeah. I want to play Wolfpack on my little tray table. If I can't play Wolfpack on my tray table.
So the one thing I'll say is you might be able to do something like this, but you'd have to use your phone with the dice roller on it. I would not recommend actually rolling real dice on a plane. That's just does
and
not
the counters,
sound
though. That's more of the issue.
That's true. Yeah,
bouncing and stuff, and your counters are going to go flying everywhere. It's going to be a nightmare. It's like maybe if you can like draw on the book and not have to worry about like moving counters and stuff.
Oh, okay. If you did like the Braveheart book from Worthington, or the Bismarck, or what's the other one? I think there's a Gettysburg one
of them. Which one?
Those actually you want to draw on. You actually want to use the books because they're actually they give you multiple. They give you.
This one is the one where you just you got your little mission, and then you can just. You roll the dice, and then you plot out your thing on the board. So that might be doable, but you can't do counters or dice.
No,
I think you're right. You're gonna have to get a dice roller for your phone.
Yeah, which I already have because I've just when I travel, it's just nice to have, especially if I do something like this and I'm traveling. But now I've actually got a nice bag of dice that I carry with me on my plane rides. So. I won't be able to do it on the plane, but that's
magnetic
that's
counters. So. That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you have like a little magnetic chessboard or something, you can move.
Definitely. Yep.
I know that they sell the little magnetic chessboards. That would be about like maybe something like that, I guess. On this day in history, we didn't get that because Ruff's not here. A fleet of 33 ships under Admiral Pierre Charles Jean Baptiste Silverstein de Villeneuve was defeated by 27 ship British fleet under Admiral Nelson in the Battle of
Trafalgar. Yep.
Thank you. Well, thank you. That's I'm sure Ruff would have talked about that because it involves the British. Did you ever notice that all the things that happen in history revolve around the British by chance? Did anybody else notice that? There's not too much else that happens that's outside the British realm for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. So do we got some things coming up in the channel this week? Are you going to be working on some stuff? You got
I will have
there.
Yes, that's actually just for me. I'm gonna learn to play this, get it really good, and then maybe I'll do one, but maybe I won't. I don't know. Yeah, I might just play it just for fun. It's a big project when you play it. Like one turn would take an hour and a half. The way they go through, especially for the larger scenarios, and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's just videoing. It's a pain in the ass. So that's my only issue about it. It's just videoing's a pain in the ass because of the way it goes. I wouldn't live stream it because there's a lot of stuff where you'd roll and you have to do different, or you'd have to put the orders for the enemy on there, and that would just take I would stop the video, put all the orders on, and then go through. So it's not something that streams really easily for videoing. It's not entertaining, let's put it that way, for that. But it's really fun. I could change my mind. We'll see how it goes. If I get really into it, then I definitely will.
Is that volume 1?
That's volume 1, yes. Okay. And they have great learning scenarios. They have 4 learning scenarios until you actually get to a real scenario or a standard scenario. So with that, Gareth, yes, ATS, I've got to get with Mitch because we got to continue our game. I think we will live stream it because it's a lot more fun live streaming that and having people chip in and chirp in and stuff like that. So yes, my 10 of 10 game, of course, Save Afghanistan, Comrade, that'll be out this week, guaranteed. I'll either live stream it because that's actually pretty easy to live stream. There's always stuff going on with it. It's pretty easy to do. I'll probably live stream it just so I get it done. I just don't want to edit.
Now, do you know a week from Tuesday is Halloween?
Yes, I do know
Do
that.
you know what game you were playing on Halloween? Because I posted on the Tack Up Facebook.
I want to play one of the games you listed, but it wasn't one, which was A Touch of Evil. I just don't have the time to set it up.
You got a Touch of Evil, really?
I have a touch, and I have the two. I have the two. Well, I got the 10-year big box edition.
Oh, you got the 10.
Yeah.
I would love to get it. Yeah. I don't have it.
And then I've got the 2 expansions as well.
I got the Coast expansion, and I got one of the Heroes expansions.
Yeah,
so.
I got the Something Wicked, and then the Coast one. I got the Coast. I think I've got all of them. I got all the
yeah. Well, I think you get everything in the big box, though.
No, you don't. You get a lot of it, but it has room for you to put those expansions in there. So yes. But I haven't even broke the shrink off the 2 expansions yet. So I have to. But it's a long setup. I really do want to play it. I may play Dark Gothic because that one I actually played that last time. And that was pretty fun. It's a one, I could play it in, one sitting and stuff like that. So yes.
Final Girl, an hour.
Okay.
It would make the list of games you can play in an hour or less. Yeah.
For Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, it was on my list of. Let's see how the list is coming.
Here. Yeah. So what are you going to play?
What we're doing here? Let's bring it up and see where we're all at here. So. If you want to vote, now's your chance. Oh, look at Butter Jelly. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. So, Cthulhu Death May Die. It's got 1/3 of the votes. The Final Girl's got 1/3 of the votes. Betrayal of the House. And then for some reason, people decided to just randomly add games to the list that I don't even own.
What was added that you don't own?
Betrayal at the House on the Hill. I don't own that.
Oh, you can't play that solo anyways.
Horrified. I don't own that game either. So
I heard you could play Horrified solo, but yeah.
Yeah, Horrified. Yeah, you can play that solo for sure. But I don't own it. So I can't play it if I don't own it. Are you shipping it to me if I win? So Cthulhu Death May Die Final Girl, we need some votes. So, I'll probably give you guys till next Saturday if you're going to vote on this. Because I need to figure out what I'm playing for Halloween, which is a week from Tuesday. Now, do you do a lot of trick-or-treaters at your house?
Yeah, we do. Yes. Okay. So I won't be able to do anything. Yeah. So because Karen takes the boys out with their friends, and then I stay home and hand out the candy. So yeah, we get a lot with you've seen my neighborhood. It's a go-to neighborhood. So yes, we get full size.
Nobody. We're in we're in an open community, but everyone that lives here is like 80 or above. So
yeah, except for you. So you feel like the young guy.
We're like the young people on the street. So and so there's like no kids. We saw a bus come by one day and we were like, what the hell? They don't allow buses back here, but
yeah,
they must we found out there was somebody in the back that had one of those little people things. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. We don't allow little people at our street, so you get nobody because you turn the lights off and turn the TV down real low. Yeah, we were in a good spot in Ohio when we were like right at the corner.
Yeah,
and so people would have to choose either to come to our house and go down the little cul-de-sac, or they would go down and so a lot of people would just come down and turn, and so we'd only get like maybe 80 people instead of like 300. So
I think we get between 100 and 150 is kind of what we get. So I'm usually busy for the first hour, and then it cuts off. Then it kind of slows down. I always. Oh wait, Mike says wait. He's talking about himself.
Yeah, that's right.
But I remember so many times if it's on a Saturday, for some reason Ohio State likes to play Halloween night, and I'm always like, I always have my phone out with it playing while I'm handing out the candy. So
right. Or for some reason during the week, the Black Blue Jackets always playing, and I'm always trying to watch the game, and then you get ding dong.
Yeah. So I usually sit outside so I don't have the distraction. I usually put on like creepy music and stuff.
Garth
like that.
gets a couple pit bulls on loan.
He gets loaned for a couple pit bulls. But yeah. So, do you got anything planned? So I've kind of talked about my plans, but
just I don't have anything specific coming up. I did my thing last week with Phoenix Knight that we talked about. And then we had talked about getting together again sometime to do some more stuff. But I don't have anything scheduled. Me and Herman were supposed to get together when I got back from my trip. Just getting back.
Yeah.
You got to get
still,
everything.
I still got to get everything.
Again. Before the trip, I was like, no, we can't do it because I'm going away. No, I can't do anything. So it's kind of just it's all
now just kind of getting rolling back into
kind of rolling back into things. So I talked to
did you see I thought the baseball playoffs, the LCSs, were going to be like one and dones, like sweeps, and here it is. The other teams are actually flipped. So you have Houston now up 3-2, and the Diamondbacks have tied it. So
tied it up 2-2.
Yeah. So I'm
very excited about that.
This could be a 2-7 game series, which will be great. It'll be fun to watch. So, and the games have been, other than the first 2 games of each series, these games have been great. They've been close, back and forth. Yeah. So it's been
Arizona
fun,
came back from 5-2 or 5-3. I think
it was 5-3. Oh no, 5-2. Yeah, 5-2. Yeah, 5-2.
And then 1 6-5. So I mean, it's like,
and then Houston,
and it's in it for some reason it gets me. I go through these phases, and I don't want to play sports games, but then I watch them, sports games, and I'm like, oh, so I got my inside pitch cards all ready to go now. I'm actually going to be playing Detroit, your team.
Okay. What year?
Chicago White Sox, 2018.
Oh, that's not going to be much. That's not going to be any good. That's not.
Well, Chicago wasn't good in 2018.
Okay, so it's 2 bad teams, so they're going to be good.
Well, it's literally I print out because you get them in PDF, and then I print them out, and so like I get Boston. The first team is Baltimore, then Boston, then Cleveland, then Detroit, and Chicago. So I print out like the first 6 teams, and then I go, which one of these teams played right off the bat, and I find the game. So that was the
Detroit
game
for a while there always seemed to play Chicago right at the beginning of the season. I don't know why it was. It seemed like within the first 2 series it was that one. So
USC and Utah tonight. Big game there if you're out on the West Coast, and if you're into college football again,
I might look at that because I was watching you play, and it was
college football. If you like card and dice games and you like college football.
The nice thing is Ohio State looks pretty good these last couple of years, so it could be entertaining. So I'll watch that unboxing and see what it looks like.
You'll have to check it out. I'll do that unboxing later, and and then I'll have to start getting all these games out and put.
What we should do is set up a time where you, me, and Berticelli can get together to play the Downfall. And because he said he'd teach it to us, so I don't have it, but I know the rules are all online, so it's easy enough to play it and stuff like that. So,
well, you might get that on the 50% off sale. That's
GMT's having. Why? Hey, that's a great idea.
It only plays 2 people. Oh, it's only for 2.
But Mike will teach it to us. Mike will teach it to us.
Right,
so,
right. Mike will teach it. All right, we'll do that. Maybe we'll do it live for you guys.
Yeah, that'll be good. So, okay, sounds good.
Baseball, nice.
Yeah,
good. Baseball is my sport of choice, and the Detroit Tigers are my team. There you go.
You can see I am a Tigers fan. And what you can't see is like all up above here, all Tigers from Ty Cobb all the way to Justin Verlander. You know, we got and LK line's right in the middle here. I think that's LK line. Oh, that
and LK believe it or not, if you go back on Tony's channel about a year. He actually started doing some sports on his channel.
Yes, I did. It was the TBLS, Tony's Board Life Sports.
Yes. And you should do that again, man.
I should. I think I want to go back
to back in every Friday night, man. You got to keep it on the schedule.
Well, Friday, me and Ruff do Fridays, but usually Natalie's beat on Friday, and she generally has to work on Fridays. But we should probably do something like on Sundays when now. Sean's last soccer game's tomorrow for the season. So Sundays start opening up for me and stuff like that. So maybe we could do a Sunday thing. Also, I've changed my setup, and I gotta figure it out again. so that's part of it, is I gotta figure out how to set it up again. So, but yep. Oh, that doesn't surprise me with David from being that state up north, which I do like going to. They have great beer there, great beers, great microbreweries there. So
awesome, everyone. Well, Tony, have a good trip.
Yes.
I know it won't be for the best of things, but at least have a safe trip, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And
those Michigan roads.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
And next week it'll be over on Ruff's channel. So we'll see you guys next week, 4:00 Eastern, 9:00, I think.
Yeah, 9:00 British Standard Time
or something crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, we got it. Let's make sure, because they have a time change different than us, and I can't remember if it's before or after. So we got to make sure we've got the hours right.
Right.
So we'll message with Ruff on that one. So I remember that. It's like a week off. Like, I think they shift it may be next week, so it may be okay, but they shift, like it's a week difference or something like that.
Oh,
so yeah,
I have to definitely check that out.
It's a week after. It's a week after, so we might be okay.
Well, we're changing sometime at the end of the month, aren't we?
Yeah, first Saturday of November. So the 4th, our show, our anniversary show,
our anniversary,
4 years
on the 4th.
Is going to be will be then. So so it's that Saturday night we get to fall back and get some extra sleep. So errata in the bed. Yes, that was good. That's some ninja level. What was it? Somebody said ninja level trolling there.
Downfall in the plastic bag. Anyways, see you guys next week.
See you guys later. Bye.